All right, all right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope everybody is feeling good. Everyone who is at the sound of my voice. We woke up and we saw another one. I tell you, we are up and we are at it. And I tell you who's not up and at it, the government. Looks like it's shut down. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but we're not going to let that ruin our day. We're not going to let that ruin our day, but we will talk about how we feel about it, what you think will come of it. Do you feel like it was a right decision? That's what I'm wondering. And I'm trying something new here this morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Everybody get in here. We gotta we've gotta do better. We do. Just allowing these things that are happening. And it's difficult to say that we're allowing it because I don't necessarily think that we are. A lot of people feel like they are in some incredible circumstances where they feel like they don't have many choices. But we gotta correct that. We have choices. We have to make those choices when we go to the polls. We absolutely do. How you guys feeling? It's Wednesday. It's hump day. So we made it through Monday, Tuesday. It's the middle of the week. Uh Looking forward to that Friday. Most of us are. A lot of things are going on over the weekend and things are coming up. It's October. So I want to tell everyone happy October. Let's make the best of it that we can. Let me see who's online here. Uh, got to see who's online. All right, how you doing, Lisa? Good morning, good morning, good morning. I don't know who that is, but good morning to you. Hope you're having a good morning. Keep the faith with Tori. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Have a wonderful day. Everybody out here doing their best. And that's why I asked the question, do we think it's a good idea? Now, I'm just gonna tell you my personal opinion. Ah, I see you keep the face. You said that's a bot. All right. And now that I see it, it does actually look like a bot. I'm gonna try to control it as much as I can this morning. This is the first time I've gone live this way on YouTube in this format. So I was just giving it a test out. Good morning, Darius. Good to see you in here. Happy Wednesday. We're just trying to make sure that we are doing the right things for ourselves. Is the government doing the right things for us? Incredible day that we had yesterday. If you watched anything that was going on in the news, if you saw what was going on in Washington, I don't know how you feel about it. Like I said, we're up and we're at it, but the government is not. How do you feel about that? They're not doing their job. They're not doing their jobs. Do you think it's a good idea? Do you think the Dems made a good decision? And again, we're not here to blame someone. We're not, but we need to be real about it. And the real thing is, and this is my opinion, people need health care. They do. People need health care. Do we wanna make sure that young people, anybody who has something going on with them in any form, are you gonna be able to get your medicines? I think it is an absolute good idea. Insurance is going to be raised by an astronomical number. That's not good for working class people. That's not gonna work out for kids who live in socially, economic, deprived neighborhoods, communities. We need to make sure that they're being taken care of. We absolutely do. Getting a whole lot of bots in here this morning. Good morning, bots. Good morning, bots. I got nothing for you. I really don't. We've got to make sure of that, you know? I see some people in here who are saying, feel sorry that you guys are having to get into debt to live. Absolutely. People shouldn't have to get in debt to live. You shouldn't have to get in debt because you need help getting your medication. You shouldn't. So for me, I feel like it's a good idea for them to work this out for us. I like the way people are beginning to stand up, do that in all ways. Like I said, everybody has a role to play in your community. You gotta do something. Use your voice the best way that you can. Again, it won't look like the way that I do it, and how I contribute won't look like the way that you do it. Some of us are gonna be working together. Some of us will be working separate, but the whole idea is that we are working towards a common goal. That's what we're supposed to be doing, people. We are. We're watching people who are standing together. I mean, tight knit under any and all circumstances, be it good or bad for the majority of the people. They are standing together. And it's not working for the greater good of the people. So I say to us, we've got to do those same things. Obviously, we're all people. We all have different personalities. We all have different working styles. We do. But we've got to work with that. That's how you get things done. I wanna see that. I wanna see that more. I wanna see people do more in their communities. Stand behind it. I wanna see you stand behind your leaders. Stand behind them. Make sure that they're getting things done. Be a part of it. Have something to say. Make sure that your voice matters. We have to do that. It's the least we could do. It's the absolute least we could do. All right. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. You guys can let me know how you feel about the shutdown. Do you think it was a good idea? I absolutely want to know how you feel about it. And what are you doing? What are you guys doing out here to make sure things are a little bit better around you? Yeah, we've got to take care of our families. We should be doing that. But what are you doing? What are some of the things that you do? What are some of the things that you are doing to kind of help you through the stress of these times? Because this is incredibly stressful. Uh, let's talk about it. It is. Because day after day, you're seeing so many different changes. You're seeing things that aren't necessarily changing for the betterment of your family. People are losing their jobs. People have lost their jobs. They're talking about more jobs are going to be lost with the shutdown. And that's incredibly deceiving because jobs were still going to be lost. So sometimes I think it's important for us to, it's like we have to pay attention and you've got to listen and read in between those lines. You've got to listen and you've got to read in between the lines. We've got officials out here and we've got politicians out here who are absolutely politicking. That's what they do. But you can't be deceived by that. And you shouldn't be deceived by that. They're gonna tell you that, one particular side is doing this, one particular side is doing that. You can't be deceived by that. Do not be deceived by that at all. Just pay attention to the things that are going on around you. Like I said, be involved. Be involved with your community. I see we got someone in here watching from India. Good morning, good morning. All right. And we've got a comment that your head has lost it more than the jobs. Now, I'll try to interpret what I think that might mean, but, I think that we've got someone in here saying, like, our leader has lost it more than we've lost a lot of jobs. And if you're looking at what's happening live and direct in front of our face, it does appear that way. It does appear that way. We are supposed to be working towards the betterment of our country, working towards better borders, making sure that that living in this country is easier, not harder. This is America. This is America. We absolutely should be living better. I live in the South. I live in the South. I live in a small city, and I love living in the South. I love living in a smaller town. I've lived other places. I've lived in larger cities. But I absolutely have no problem with that. I like being able to know who my elected officials are. I like being involved in my community. I like knowing uh, how we can get things done. I like knowing that holding people accountable makes a difference. I like being able to be involved. And that's what I'm saying to you guys. Find out how you can be involved. And it doesn't necessarily have to directly relate to politics. Make it community based. Because right now, more than ever, more than anything, as community, we're gonna have to depend on each other. We're gonna have to lean on each other. We've gotta be better neighbors. You know, some of the things that might sound cliche, might sound a little corny, might sound like just something to say. Those things are very true. Like, it takes a village to raise a child. It does. It takes a village. When they say that we are stronger together, we are. We really are. And again, do a mass amount of people agree on every particular detail of things to get done? No, but you must be willing to communicate. You must be willing to, when you see something good, support that. That's what we got. At the very least, we hear leaders and we're listening at them, we're watching them on TV, tearing the people down, making it look like the people are the enemy. Like, I don't know how we respond to a leader who is making us feel like the enemy. That's not that's not it. I don't know how that makes you guys feel, but it can't be good. It can't be good. So that's why you gotta get out here, you gotta support what's working. Uh, I see some people coming on in here this morning. Let me get in here and see what these comments are. Got some people commenting on posts. I told a lot of people, I was out this morning, up pretty early, which I typically am. But I want to give some good mornings to people who were kind enough to say good morning back. Good morning, Lisa. See you out here, Lisa Williams. How you doing, Tim Scott? Good morning. How you doing, Derek Wyatt? Karen, good morning. Good morning, Tony Charles. How you doing, Derek? Good morning to you all. Happy Wednesday. Renard Eccles, good morning to you. Sammy, good to see you this morning. We are on this side of the dirt this morning. We're blessed. We're blessed. How you doing? Good morning, Kathleen Phillips. Good to see you. How you doing, Joyce? Good morning to you. Mark McLean, classmate. Good morning to you. Uh, that's my classmate Wilson, class of 1987. We got homecoming that'll be happening in October coming up very soon. So you're gonna see people painting these streets purple and gold. We just do it the whole month. That's how we do. That's how we like to do, and we love on each other. We love on each other. That's something that I've gotta say that I have a real pride for. We love on each other. We do. It's bigger than our homecoming is bigger than just what people might typically think in their mind a homecoming could be. Yes, we have a pride for education, but we have that fellowship of alumni, that fellowship of family and friends. And it's all ages. We have our older people who are out there who have been like the foundation of what we've been able to build with our activities. They've been there, they've been true. You've got to have people who put in the work. We have things that happen throughout the city. for all ages, different parties and things of that nature. We have the tailgate, which is largely a lot of our alumni. So you'll see a lot of the classes out there. And just with the history that we have, we're gonna have generations, different generations, just generations of bulls and tigers, generations of families who were out there celebrating. And that's what I love about it. It's family fun. And all of the other things that happen throughout the city, those are fun too, you know? But that's what it's about. It's about being family, being together. Yes, indeed. All right. Soon I'm gonna get my moderators. How you doing? I see some other people in here coming on in. Uh, and I appreciate you guys. See some people on the YouTube space coming in and giving a watch. See some bots up in here. So I can't deal with that. But you guys do something. Like I said, we're gonna get back to that. Do something. It doesn't have to be political. It definitely needs to be community driven. There are lots of organizations out here that you can be a part of. There are nonprofits that you can support. I know how important that is. You know how important that is. So be out here for them. Um, it's only going to help you. It's only going to help your family in a lot of ways, and families who just can't do it. Things are getting ready to get a lot tougher. We're only 9, 10 months in. So let's be honest, we've got a good way to go. And and we're really unsure of where we might end up. Or at least that's how I feel about it. I'm unsure. I don't know. You guys will have to get in and tell me. Somebody asked me where's my hair. I have no hair. I am bald. Shaved my hair off. Uh so my hair is not here. Funny, funny, funny. Yeah. But that's what it is, people. I want to let you guys know I'm going to put up a few things that are happening in and around my area where I'm at. Some of you may not know, but let's get in here and see some things that are going on. All right, this is what we want right here. Want to let you guys know coming up very soon is the Flowtown's Kids Got Talent Phase 1. This is going to be for the competition, the Young Folks Talent Show at the South Carolina Pecan Music and Food Festival. So, whoever is interested, and I know we've got a lot of talented young people in our city, make sure that you contact the Barnes Street Activity Center. Do that. Make sure you get that done. Uh, so, yes, be involved. Get involved. I see a whole lot of bots going on. I see somebody I see you keep the faith talking about these bots. Hey, let the bots bot. Let them bot. That's what it is. That's not really so much of a distraction for me, honestly, because I'm just trying to just test some things out, test the waters out, just do a new format. I wanted to see how this vertical format would work for me here. And I do feel like I like it. It's something different, just something a little different from my podcast, which I do on Tuesdays and Thursdays, just to let you guys know that. So Tuesdays and Thursdays, you guys know. I'll put that up for you. Mhm. All right, you know how we do it. I do the headlines and the timelines. I do timeline Tuesdays, and then we talk it out. Let's talk it out with Miss Tanya. I love it. But right now, let's talk it out this morning. Just testing things out, getting to figure out how I want to do some things a little bit differently. That's basically what it is. You guys, hope you're feeling good. Hope you're feeling good this morning. I'm feeling good. I don't want to sink into feeling like, "Oh, man, everything's out of control, everything's out of control." Hmm, I'd love things to be different, but it isn't. So because it's not, the differences that we see are gonna be the differences that we make. Make a difference. Do something. Even if the smallest thing as whatever things you can organize on your block, or whether that's you can help 1 or 2 neighbors. All of those things matter. I don't think we should wait to see things completely fall apart. We shouldn't. And I don't think, like, if you've got good friends and you've got family members who you know that they're having a little struggle in small ways, in whatever way that you can, because we can't put our you can't put your hat where you can't reach. You know, that's an old saying. But in whatever way that you can be helpful, I wanna encourage you to do that. Do that. Do that. I encourage you. Help that neighbor, help those elderly people, um, in whatever ways, because these are challenging times. We don't know how long the government is gonna be shut down. It's only been a few hours for us right now, so pay attention. But again, don't let it overwhelm you. Find ways to be useful, find ways to ease your mind, do some things that, um, relieve stress. That could be walking, that could be music, that could be reading books, that could be meditation, whatever that is for you. Do that. We've got to find ways of entertaining ourselves and our young people that are going to fit within our budgets because we need to pay attention to budgeting right now. You do. Some of the monies and extra money that people have had over the years, it might not be a good idea to put those money in some of those places. Right now might be a very good time to be frugal. Be frugal. Some people call it cheap, whatever you wanna call it. Be frugal. Get on a budget. Stay on your budget. Pay attention to where you are putting your dollars. That's gonna be very, very important. Gonna check out a few more comments here. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I see y'all in here, and I certainly appreciate you. I really do. Thank you so much because you didn't have to say good morning. You could have kept scrolling. You absolutely could have. I want y'all to feel good. You deserve it. Don't let anybody make you feel differently. Uh, don't let yourself get drawn into a drama that you have no control over. We don't have control over this Washington drama in a large way. The ways that we do have control is by educating ourselves, educating the people around us, and letting them know what we can do for each other and what we can do when it's time for us to go to the polls again. But we're not gonna live stressed out. We're not gonna be under that stress umbrella. Not at all. How you doing, Jeremy? Good morning to you. Good morning, good morning. It's not worth it. Our bodies and our minds cannot take it. We're not built to have that kind of stress. We're not. Find ways of creating art, journaling. There's gonna be people who are gonna have to write about these times. Write about some of the things you're experiencing. These will be things that you'll be able to share with your family in the future, whether, it's your kids, your grandkids, your nieces and nephews. We are living history. Like, all days, and I know you guys know this, all days won't be good days, and we're living in some days that aren't necessarily our best days. But what I do know about us is when we decide as people to live together, we can be resilient. We will make it through it. I have confidence that we will. I know that we will. All right. How you doing? Common Ground is in the building. He said, "We in here. Tune us up, Miss Tanya." Yes, sir. I appreciate you. And mental stress is serious. Like, I tell you something, you might not think that it is. You might think that you're dealing with it, and if you're not, like, paying attention to your mental health, it's gonna start showing up physically. It will, and that's not what we need. At the very least right now, we need to be our strongest. We need to be our strongest, and I feel like being our strongest is like, you ever hear the saying, like, "Here we go, look at what I'm doing here. One hand don't clap. It take 2 hands to clap." There are things that we will have to do together. You will. Gotta do it together. See Common Ground in here, he says, "Will trickle down into the body, make stress free as much as possible." Well, stay stress free as much as possible. You're right. That stress trickles down into your body. It's not good for you. It's not good for you at all, at all, at all. And your kids, like, you'll be dealing with a whole lot of stress in your family or in your home, and you think your kids don't know, they're gonna feel that tension. So try to make sure, like, when you get home to decompress so that you can deal with your family in a better way. We don't wanna have it, our whole, outside life, our work life, and our home life, everything is just stressful and falling apart. It's not gonna work. Doesn't. How you guys feeling? I see you guys in here. How you guys feeling about the government shutdown? How you guys feel? Just wanna know, do you think I'll make it easy. If you think it's a good idea, put a 1 in the comments. If you thought it was a good idea. If you think it's not so much of a good idea, put a 2 in the comments. I was saying a little bit earlier, it puts us in a place where people almost don't even know what they think anymore because we're getting this information and we're getting information we don't know who to believe. When we got leaders who are making the people feel like the enemy, we don't know who to believe. Because they've got to maintain a certain level of control and there's pumping a certain information to a population of their uh their constituents, people who are voting for them until it puts you in a place like, what do I believe? What's really going on? So that's why I say you when you're looking at these headlines and you're reading these headlines and when you're listening to this news, just be careful. And it's okay to listen. I personally, I don't listen to just one side. I've got to listen to what's going on the other side because there are people who have different opinions and views from me, even in my own family, my own friend groups, people that I'm out here working with and working among. We have different opinions on several things, but ultimately, I would like to think that we have some of the same core values, and that's what is important. The same core values of thinking that people deserve dignity. People deserve the right to uh, proper home, proper health care, the ability to feed themselves and eat. And out of all of the differences that we have as people, no matter what level of income you live on, we all kind of want those same basic things. We want to be able to take care of ourselves. We want to be able to feed our families. We don't want to go into debt because you have a medical issue. You want to be able to go to the doctor. Those are just simple things. And there's so many other things going on in the world. But those are core things that we believe in. So I don't have to go to the same church that you go to, anything like that. I don't have to. We don't have to have the same religion. That should not necessarily believe in that. I absolutely do believe in the separation of church and state. I think uh, that has allowed a certain manipulation that we see going on right now. I mean, sure, I feel like people should have some type of spiritual base, But that is for you. That is for you, and where you choose to fellowship and fellowship among a people, you get to make that decision. That's wonderful. But that should not be so embedded in a politics that we begin to discriminate against people and separate against people when that's not what a spiritual base or a religious based practice is supposed to be doing anyway. So, we're caught up in that, but separate from that. Separate from that. You cannot live like that. We've got to live better, be better. If you believe in something and it is for a greater good, I support that. That's what it's about. All right. I'm gonna get out of here, guys. I don't want to hold you. Let's see, what time is it? It's almost 9 o'clock. So a lot of people about to clock on in because typically over here on the East Coast, a lot of people hit that clock at 9 o'clock. So a lot of people are clocking in, getting on in there. People who are working remote, working from home, go ahead and get your work done. I usually tap in on Tuesdays and Thursdays around noontime, lunchtime. That's when I like to hit my people up. We can have a little lunch together while you're eating. You can listen to a little something. We can share a little something. You know what I mean? So you guys be good out here. Like I said, we up and we at it, but the government is not. But do not feel defeated. Do not feel defeated. We've got something that we can do. Do something. Do something positive in your community. All right. Y'all have a blessed day. I'll check y'all out a little later. Not today on the live. If you live where I live, I might see you out here in these streets. It is. It's all love. One love, y'all. I appreciate you.